Thank you. I feel very excited to be here. I'm really excited to be presenting at the Film and Animation part of the festival, even though this presentation has literally nothing to do with film or animation. So if you feel the need to leave at any time, just, you know where the exits are. Hello, everyone. Again, very excited to be here in the city of Portland. And I've been to Portland once before, and it was very fun. I didn't get to do too much, but I got to go to Voodoo. That was great. And I got to see the Trailblazers play. I don't know why I'm telling you all about Portland. You've been here. I am, if you don't know me, I'm a screenwriter, I am a comedian, I am a suspect in multiple ongoing arson investigations, I'm a director, but most importantly, I am a jazz expert. And you might be asking yourself, how did you become a jazz expert? And that's simple. It's 10 minutes ago backstage, I Googled jazz and shortest songs and learned as much as I could. Now I'm here to pass those learnings on to you. Jazz! So, get ready for that. So what is jazz, you're probably asking, because you've never heard the word before. Well, let me start off by saying jazz is bad. It's not good. It is garbage music for boring people. If you ever meet anyone who says that their listening taste consists of mostly jazz, you should run because it is the exclusive listening choice of sociopaths. Real quick, can I get a show of hands here? How many people think they like jazz? Great. Well, actually, that was a trick question because everybody likes jazz, all right? Every single one of you likes jazz. It is a pleasant sound. It's a human instinct to like jazz. We just couch it in other sounds because it's sort of difficult to understand and very difficult to sort of embrace as a genre of music. It's like when you were a kid and you would put, medicine into your into like a piece of bologna, like your dog's medicine. You'd put it into a piece of bologna so that your sister would eat it as a prank. We all remember doing that. Jazz is in all sorts of popular music. If you like Kendrick Lamar, you like jazz. If you like Bruno Mars, St. Vincent, Beyonce, Michael Jackson, all these people, you like jazz. If you like Radiohead, you like jazz. And I know you love Radiohead because this is Portland, and everyone in this fucking city loves Radiohead. Show of hands, who likes Radiohead? That is less than I thought. Really? Really? You don't all like Radiohead? That was literally less than half of the... I don't have time. How much? No, I don't have time to the... no, I don't have time for this. Okay. Sorry. All right. So with my newfound expertise in jazz music, I'm going to give you all a quick and easy guide on how you can make your own jazz. You can embody the spirit of jazz, because it's not just about making jazz. It's about living jazz. Now, the first time I gave this speech, I was with a close friend of mine. I don't want to name drop, so let's just call him Mr. Clooney. He asked me, why would I need a quick guide to make jazz? If you love jazz so much, why wouldn't you take the time to make it, well? And he's right. So I said to him, George, that is a fair question. You've got to give jazz the time and respect it deserves, but there are some scenarios in which maybe you just need to make jazz on a very small scale. Maybe you got drunk one night and you signed up for jazz school and finals are tomorrow. Maybe Jeff Goldblum challenged you to a competition at his jazz night in which the victor gets to sleep with your wife and or husband. These are all real scenarios. Maybe there is a man who is holding your entire family hostage and says he will kill every single one of them unless you can compose the score for a Kohl's one-day sale on jeans. No matter what the reason is, the most important reason for you to pay attention right now is because you all paid, you're already here, the exits are very far away, and you're going to embarrass yourself in front of everybody if you get up and walk away now. I gave you a shot, you did not listen. So, first thing you need to know about jazz is you don't just make jazz, you live it, like I said before. And part of living jazz is embodying the image of jazz. Honestly, the image of jazz is probably like 50% of jazz. This is one of my favorite jazz images. It is depicting a poor Cajun blues violinist playing in the 20s. And I love it so much because I feel like it's both a sad image and a happy image because his face sort of suggests this deep depressive state in which he's performing, but his body language sort of suggests this almost bouncy, happy rhythm. I feel like that's a lot of what jazz is to me. It's sometimes sad, it's sometimes bouncy, but it's always vibrant and very changing. The image of jazz has such strong roots in New Orleans Cajun culture, and because of that, it's very specific. It cannot just be imitated by anyone. You can try. I've tried. It's very hard. You can't fake jazz because real jazz heads, like myself, we know when we spot fake jazz. And I know that you don't know when you spot fake jazz because this is not an image of real jazz. This is the mural that you can find inside of any Popeyes restaurant nationwide. You have to stay alert at all times, okay? You cannot fake this stuff. Fake jazz will get you. Now, the next thing you need to know about jazz is okay, this is the little part that is kind of film-related. The epitome of jazz to me, it can be found in movies a lot of times. As I said before, I'm a filmmaker and a huge fan of movies. So for the purpose of demonstrating what I consider to be the epitome of jazz, I want to use what I think is the finest depiction of jazz in modern filmmaking, which is the scene in Spider-Man 3 where Tobey Maguire gets infected by a venom that turns him into a huge dork. This is absolutely what jazz needs to be, because jazz is snapping, and it's finger guns, and it's using the space around you in a way that makes everyone a little bit uncomfortable. It's spinning random chairs. It's holding on to a poisonous venom coming from space and getting inside of you until it ruins your personality. Poisoning yourself, 50% of jazz. If you don't have access to poison venom from space, that is okay. You can also just smoke a bunch of cigarettes. Get yourself that raspy, craggly voice that real jazz musicians use. I don't know if there are any kids in here, but I'm just gonna say it. Smoking is very cool. Now take all this. I know you all think I'm joking, but this is really a good image of jazz, and the filmmakers knew that, which is why they just put jazz on the wall. Now, another aspect of jazz is obviously the look. You can't just play jazz with anything. They'll laugh you off the stage. You gotta go as dark as you can, all black if possible. I mean, look at me, all right? Black shoes, black socks, black pants, black shirt, black sweater, black face. You don't have a black face? Get some shoe polish, throw it in there, it's fine. No, it's fine, all right? Just like everything, there's a storied history of racism in jazz. If anyone gives you guff, tell them it's tradition. Now, even with all these dark clothes right now, I'm at like a 45 on the jazz meter out of 100. But if I take off these fake sunglasses I've been wearing to make you all think I'm smart, and put on these real sunglasses, that's jazz. Now, again, I'm still at like a 55 on the jazz meter, but if I were to put on a big coat or lean on a wall or even just lower these sunglasses a little bit so you think I'm kind of sleepy, that's upping it a little bit more. Looking sleepy is like, let's say between 45 and 55% of jazz. Let's say 50. All right. Now, the lingo of jazz, also very important, 50% of jazz. Now, the thing about jazz lingo is it doesn't really follow the rules of language as we know it, so throw everything you know about the English language out the window. From now on, people are shapes or animals. For instance, nerds, squares. If you're cool with somebody, you are square. I know that's confusing. Let's go on to one that's a little bit easier to understand. If you have someone that is your friend, they're your dog. But if you have somebody that you hate, they are a dog. That article is very important. Here's probably the easiest thing to remember. If you know someone that you like, they're a cool guy, that's a cat. If you know someone you hate, they're a turkey. Again, people are shapes or animals. The way I remember this one for myself is with a simple mnemonic. You know, cats, the worshipped in Egyptian cultures, that's cool. Turkeys, pilgrims, colonization, those dumb hats with buckles on them, that's bad. The music of jazz is the other half of jazz as I presented before. You got the image of jazz, you got the music of jazz. And for this, I want to focus on two very specific types of jazz, and that's big band jazz and cool jazz. Big band jazz is exactly what it sounds like. It's jazz with a full band, and they're all wearing coats that are too big. Cool jazz is also exactly what it sounds like. It's jazz for cool people. It's got a lighter tempo, it's very relaxed, and I also like the name cool jazz because it suggests that all other jazz is uncool jazz, which is correct. For an example of the structure behind a cool jazz song, I want to take a look at the famous song Unsquare Dance by Dave Brubeck. This is Dave Brubeck, by the way. He kind of looks like Rick Moranis and Jack Antonoff had a baby. And looking like Rick Moranis is 50% of jazz. There are a lot of traditional cool jazz elements to the song. It's got like a very persistent, bouncy, simple percussion that goes through the entire song. It's just claps, sticks, and bass. It doesn't really ever change up at any point. The bass is super simple, just doom, 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 the entire song. The entire song, by the way, is like 7 minutes long. You don't have to hear it. This is the important part. And lastly, it's got this very light piano section you just heard, which I like to call the piano ticket. It's just like, it feels like someone wasn't really playing the piano full time, they just kind of gave up halfway. Which is important, because you don't want to do anything for too long in jazz. People get bored. For the example of a big band jazz song, I want to look at what is probably my favorite big band jazz song ever recorded, which is the song from those Chips Ahoy commercials by Benny Goodman. This is the greatest big band song of all time because it's got all of the necessary elements, all right? You all know this song, you love it. There's a big layered brassy sound covering the entire thing. It's got the little horn stings that sound like the horn people are freaking out. The song is way too long. Seriously, this song, the full version, is 13 minutes long. Imagine listening to this for 13 minutes. No, thank you. And also, that's pretty short for a jazz song. It's also got very basic lyrics. This version has no lyrics, but in the original thing by Louis Prima, before Benny Goodman made it famous, the lyrics were just the title of the song and nothing else. And you don't have to do anything with jazz because no one wants to hear any words, no one's really listening. My last note on this song, I know it's called Sing Sing Sing, fuck you, okay? Look, capitalism rules and language is not ruled by the things we decide to, Capitalism overtakes any creative endeavor that you ever want to take. It is now called the Chips Ahoy song. By the way, the real presentation I'm giving on Sunday morning, that's also the theme of that. Capitalism takes over any endeavor, why bother? Now, I did want to sort of show you all how easy it is to make jazz with the rules that I've given you, so I composed my own fake jazz song. I wanted to make something that was sort of a mix between big band jazz and real jazz, but embodies everything I said about jazz. So I wrote a song that's called Now This Is Jazz, and I'd like to present it to you. Starts very simple. Got those sticks. Bring in a little bit of layers on the sticks. And then you get in that bass line. It's going to be the entire bass line, same bass line through the entire song. It will not change. But then you add in the little piano tickle. Whatever, just throw it away. Just keep going. Doesn't matter. Bring in those brass a little bit. Okay, now bring in more brass. There you go, and now you can bring in the entire band. The entire band just keeps going for a little bit, and before you know it, then the solo comes in. And again, every instrument gets its own solo, because jazz is all about sharing. It's a team sport, I guess, so the first instrument we're gonna hear is the alto saxophone. All right, and then you got the lyrics. The only lyrics, again, need to be the title of the song.
This is jazz.
Now you go back into the music of it all. You got that big grand brass. This is usually the part where I'd come and dance in your spaces, make everyone uncomfortable, but this is a stadium and I did not realize it was gonna be this. So I'm just gonna stand up here and wait for the next solo, which is the drums. The drums always get the longest solo of the song, a little bit longer than you expect it to go. The easiest way to break up a solo, though, is with another solo. So Andy, can we get that instrument, please? For the purposes of this solo, I would like to show how easy it is by performing the solo on an instrument I've literally never played before. Here we go, hit it! Right back into the big band freakout. Thank you so much. Oh. Come on down to Kohl's. We got a sale on jeans. They are standing right off stage, threatening me. Please just listen to the end of the song. I have a wife. This song is longer than I thought it was. I honestly did not think it was this long, but thank you so much. Because I think there's the freakout. That's jazz. I want to give a big shout out to the city of Portland for making clarinet rentals very easy. And that's genuinely the end of my presentation.